Leafs fans, attention. The NHL season has barely begun, and we already have hot news that could directly impact the team's offense. One story involved the performance of one of the team's stars, who started the season showing great potential, but is still finding his rhythm. The other is about rumors of a possible roster change that could give the offense even more strength and bring more goals for the team. If you're a Maple Leafs fan, leave your like and subscribe to the channel now. That way, you won't miss any analysis, rumors, or updates that could change the course of the season, and you'll help us bring exclusive content to keep you up to date with everything happening with your team. First news. Here we are at the start of this electrifying NHL season, and already a lot of stories are unfolding in Toronto. It's only the first week of games, but the atmosphere at Scotiabank Arena is already heating up. After 2 consecutive losses to the Detroit Red Wings, the team needed to respond. And that's where a figure who always draws attention comes in. William Nylander. Coach Craig Berube, known for his straightforward and direct style, didn't hide that he wanted more from the talented Swedish winger. And this Tuesday, against the Nashville Predators, Nylander took an important step to show he's ready for the season. Let's dive into everything. Individual performance, team chemistry, strategy, and what it means for the Leafs' future. What happened in the game against Nashville? Toronto won 7-4, getting back on track after the losses to Detroit. Nylander contributed with 2 assists, including the play that put John Tavares ahead on the scoreboard, and even scored an empty net goal at the end. Berube commented on the performance. Willie did what he does. He had the puck, was making good decisions, going deep, doing what he knows in the offensive zone. But it's worth remembering, this is not the first time Nylander has been called to show more. At 29, he has maintained an impressive average over the past few years, at least 40 goals per season for the last 3 seasons, and nearly reaching 100 points in 2023-24. Still, Nylander admits that at the start of the season, he needs a few games to feel completely comfortable. It's always slow at the beginning of the season, so I'm just getting my rhythm back, he said, showing maturity and patience with his own process. Now, let's get into the part every hockey fan loves. Tactical analysis. Why is Nylander performance so important for Toronto? First, the Leafs offense needs consistency from its stars. John Tavares is the team's reference, but without constant support from skilled wingers like Nylander, the pressure on the opposing defense decreases. In addition, the team's defensive rotation has been showing improvement. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, who recently signed with Toronto, also recorded 3 points against Nashville and contributed in a give-and-go with Nylander before Tavares' decisive goal. Berube has emphasized the participation of defenders in the offense. Last year, the team scored only 21 goals from defensemen all season. Now, with players like Ekman-Larsson, Morgan Reilly, and Jake McCabe, the Leafs already have 3 defensemen scoring in the first 4 games. It's a strategic leap, showing that the team is willing to push in the rush and create unexpected opportunities. William Nylander, at 29, is a fast, skilled right winger essential on the power play. Maintaining at least 40 goals per season over the past 3 seasons and nearly reaching 100 points in 2023-24, he is capable of unlocking tight defenses and consistently creating opportunities. Compared to Mitch Marner, Nylander combines creativity and finishing with efficiency, being vital to the Leafs' offensive dynamics. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, 34, a solid and offensively effective defenseman, has already shown chemistry with Nylander and contributed significantly in the game against Nashville. Goalie Cayden Primeau, 26, debuted with Toronto after being acquired from the Carolina Hurricanes and made 26 saves, securing the win and showing resilience after 10 months out of the NHL. So, what does all this mean for the Leafs' immediate future? First, the chemistry between Nylander, Tavares, and Ekman-Larsson shows potential for extremely dangerous lines. Second, the offensive use of defensemen increases the number of goals coming from the blue line and reduces reliance on offensive stars. Third, the consistency of Cayden Primeau is crucial for the wingers to play with offensive freedom and maintain constant pressure on opponents. If Nylander maintains the level of the past seasons and Ekman-Larsson continues contributing offensively, Toronto has the potential to be one of the most balanced teams in the NHL, changing playoff outlooks and consolidating coach Craig Berube's strategy. Every conversation between Berube and Nylander is filled with expectations. Nylander's history in Toronto is polarizing. Love for his skill, but pressure for consistency. This clash between talent and discipline creates the drama every fan loves to follow. It's also an invitation for fans to reflect. How do you evaluate Nylander's development? What does he need to adjust to take the Leafs to the next level? During the video, interspersing post-game chat clips with highlight plays, close-ups, and performance graphics creates tension and keeps the audience engaged, almost like a mini NHL documentary. So, Leafs fans, what do you think? Is Nylander getting back to his best rhythm? Will Ekman-Larsson continue being the key to offense from the defense? And Primo, has he found his definitive spot between the pipes? Don't forget to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and comment below your opinion on the team's performance. Here, we'll follow every game, every play, and every step of the season that promises to be historic. Stay tuned, because the NHL is just getting started, and Toronto has already shown they won't make it easy for anyone. Let's analyze every detail, every star, and every defense together. Second news. The NHL season has barely begun, and Toronto is already showing they won't settle for the basics. William Nylander is shining. With 7 points in 4 games, and Austin Matthews remains sharp, sharing the team lead with Kaye Jarnkrok. But even with these positive numbers, there's a sense that the Maple Leafs offense needs more fire, that boost that can turn any play into a goal. In this scenario, a trade proposal has emerged that has stirred the rumor mills. The arrival of Tage Thompson from the Buffalo Sabres to strengthen Toronto's offense. The proposal, analyzed by Heavy.com, suggests that the Maple Leafs would acquire Thompson, a young, physical, and extremely talented center, while the Sabres would receive Max Domi, Matias Maccelli, and Nick Robertson. At first glance, it seems advantageous for both sides. For Toronto, Thompson brings size, strength, and the ability to score in critical situations. For Buffalo, the trade provides versatile pieces that can contribute both now and in the future. Tage Thompson, 27 years old, 6 feet 6 inches and 218 pounds, was drafted by the St. Louis Blues in 2016, 26th overall. Last season, he scored 44 goals and totaled 72 points in 76 games, showing consistency and physical presence in front of the net. His arrival in Toronto would mean an immediate upgrade in offensive firepower, complementing Nylander, Matthews, and the rest of the offensive stars. Thompson is a kind of player who can change the pace of a game simply by his presence, using his size to create space and finish with precision. On the other side, the Sabres would receive Max Domi, 30 years old, 5 feet 10 inches and 207 pounds, with extensive NHL experience, having played for 6 teams before arriving in Toronto. He brings versatility and leadership to Buffalo's group. Matias Maccelli, 25, 5 feet 11 inches and 185 pounds, recorded 18 points last season and already started this year with 1 assist in 4 games. Nick Robertson, long considered a trade candidate, has growth potential and already recorded a point in 4 games this season after signing a 1-year extension in the summer. These 3 players offer Buffalo development options and balance, while allowing tactical rebuilding if needed. The logic behind the trade is clear. Toronto seeks to replace the impact lost from Mitch Marner, boosting offensive production without relying solely on Matthews or Nylander. Tage Thompson, with his scoring history and increasing ice time, is exactly the type of player who can provide that boost. After developing his game with the Blues and being traded to the Sabres in 2018, Thompson stood out in 2021-22 with 38 goals and 68 points in 78 games, growing in confidence and responsibility. The following season, he solidified his status as one of the NHL's top centers, recording 47 goals and 47 assists while averaging about 18.35 of ice time per game. This consistency and growth haven't gone unnoticed by NHL insiders. In the October 14th episode of TSN's Insider Trading, Darren Dreger commented on Nick Robertson, noting that the young winger is seeking more responsibility and may be ready for a fresh start elsewhere. Chris Johnston, also from TSN, pointed out that the Sabres are under pressure to win games, which could influence Thompson's future with the team. Elliot Friedman added that both Dahlin and Thompson expressed the need for organizational improvements. In other words, winds of change may blow through Buffalo, and Toronto could take advantage of this opportunity. Strategically, adding Thompson to the Maple Leafs would bring more than just goals. He offers versatility on the power play, physical presence in high-intensity plays, and the ability to create space for Nylander and Matthews to operate more freely. Thompson isn't just a finisher. He's a center who can carry the team in critical moments, pressuring the opposing defense and opening passing lanes for teammates. For Toronto, this trade would be an immediate upgrade, allowing Berube to form more balanced lines, blending speed, skill, and physical strength. At the same time, the Sabres would benefit from players who can contribute immediately and still have room to grow. Domi add experience and presence in decisive moments. Maxelli and Robertson offer development potential and tactical adaptability. If executed well, this trade could strengthen Buffalo in multiple ways without compromising the future. But would the Sabres agree to trade Thompson? Pressure to win and the need for strategic adjustments could be decisive factors. If GM Kevin Adams feels changes are inevitable, Toronto could have a chance to add a 40-goal scorer to their roster, strengthening the team decisively. The key is that Thompson isn't just a player with impressive numbers. He's physical, dynamic, and capable of adapting to the Leafs' fast and technical style, making them even more dangerous in any game situation. Ultimately, this proposal shows how much Toronto is willing to invest this season. Nylander is finding his rhythm, Matthews remains sharp, and adding Thompson would mean the Maple Leafs could attack with even more depth, versatility, and physical power. It's an opportunity to transform the offense, balance lines, and put pressure on any opponent. For fans, it means more goals, more intensity, and more reasons to believe that Toronto is ready to fight until the end, whether in the playoffs or any NHL challenge. So, Leafs fans, imagine this combination. Nylander creating, Matthews finishing, and Thompson imposing physical presence with lethal finishing. It's a trio capable of taking the Maple Leafs to another level, balancing speed, skill, and strength. And for Buffalo, receiving Domi, Maxelli, and Robertson could represent not only immediate rewards, but also strategic investments for the franchise's future. In the NHL world, opportunities like this don't come every day, and Toronto has a chance to transform its offense into a true goal-scoring machine, ready for any challenge the season brings. Do you want to see Toronto attacking stronger than ever? This trade could be the key to a more complete, versatile, and deadly offense. So, Leafs fans, what do you think about these two hot stories? The evolution of one of the team's stars shows there is talent and potential, but there's still room for growth. And the rumors about a possible roster change to transform the offense, bringing more strength, goals, and depth to the team. Don't forget to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and comment below what you think these updates could mean for the Maple Leaf season. Your opinion is super important, and by engaging, you help us bring even more detailed analysis, rumors, and exclusive news directly to fans who want to follow every step of the team. Let's follow every play and decision that could change the course of the season together.